Seth?
What?
It's time.
Oh, no.
Now, it's no use complaining. You've got to go.
It's cold out there in the morning.
Then wrap up.
Another 10 minutes?
What? Chance people seeing you near here when you're supposed to have disappeared?
I'll be careful.
No. Can't risk it, Seth. Now, you wouldn't want me to ruin my reputation by letting people know we're harbouring a poacher, would you?
All right. What, no breakfast?
Mr. Turner not here?
He's gone to the races again with Eric Pollard. As thick as thieves these days.
You seem to be coping well on your own.
Well, Mum's coming in later, so I can get off and get my husband's lunch.
Look, I know you're married, but we can still talk, can't we?
Yes.
Can't be easy having 2 jobs and looking after Chris as well.
Oh, it's a relief to get out sometimes. At least there's company working in here.
Not a great talker then, your husband?
No. No, not really.
Hi. One spritzer and an orange juice, please.
Oh, I'm glad I've seen you. Saved me a trip to the game farm. Everything all right?
Yeah. We're getting ready for the shoot.
Good. I've asked around for beaters. Have you had any offers?
No, not yet.
I'll follow it up. How's the stock situation?
We're still losing them.
Poachers?
Yeah, I think so. I've seen feathers lying around and footprints. There seems to be a man and a horse.
Seth.
Has to be.
Up to his old tricks again, is he?
Probably revenge for not giving him the job.
Whatever his reason, it's costing me money. It's got to stop.
Well, I'm doing my best.
Well, catch him at it. Threaten him with the law. What's the use in having a gamekeeper if you can't keep the game?
Thanks.
How's Chris?
Fine.
Oh, just let us know if there's anything we can do.
Look, Frank, you've already done enough.
Don't think we don't know how hard it is.
You're the one that has to carry the brunt of it.
We're getting on fine.
It was tough at first.
I hope you don't regret it.
I didn't have much choice, did I?
You could have had.
Oh, that was a long time ago. Seems like another life.
It can't be easy.
You have to do your duty, don't you?
Yes?
I hope there's more to it than just duty.
So do I.
Pint, please, Kathy. Ned?
Serve for me, please.
Just the person I was hoping to see.
Oh, yeah?
About the farm shop. It's been closed more than it's been
all right.
open.
I'll see to this. Let's find somewhere quiet, Jack.
Looks like you're feeding an army here, Betty.
There's nought like fresh air to give a man an appetite.
Seth's back, then?
Oh, I only wish he was.
Called the place?
No, that is the last thing Seth would want.
Could you put this up for me, please?
Beaters?
For the shoot. Seeing as we've had no response from putting the word round.
There was never any problem when Seth were gamekeeper. Folk could turn out at any time of the day for him.
Yes, well, if you ask me, it's a boycott, and he's organising it.
How can it be, when he's disappeared?
Nobody's seen sight nor sound.
Poor old Seth.
Doesn't seem right, does it? Old man like that out in the cold and wet.
And people trying to black his character, too.
We'll show him. We'll show him, Samson.
Sorry I'm late. I got held up at the wool pack.
That's the trouble with having 2 jobs.
At least you're here in time to do the feeds. I want to get Frank back home.
Best offer I've had all month.
You know what the doctor said about not overdoing it?
I will not be treated like an invalid.
Illness hasn't improved Frank's temper, has it? Makes me realise what you've been through with Chris the last few months.
I've told you I'm doing fine. Rachel's made a huge difference.
Rachel?
She's been taking Chris out a lot recently. They seem to get on really well.
Oh, that's good.
Well, it gives me a break and gives Chris a change of scenery. She really seems to have the knack of how to handle him.
Good for Rachel. Perhaps I should ask her to take you out, too.
In fact, we're both beginning to rely on her quite a lot.
Hi, it's me. I've been thinking about you all day. Is Kathy there? Oh. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then. I'll ring first to check the coast is clear. Yeah, I can't wait. Bye.
How's the pheasant count this morning?
It's not looking good. I reckon another 50 birds went yesterday.
You can't go on like this. We'll have nothing left for the shoot.
Well, I've patrolled as much as I can, but I can't be everywhere at once.
Can't beat them, join them.
What do you mean?
If you're right and it is Seth Armstrong's doing, and I think you are, then get him on your side instead of trying to outwit him. Give him his job back.
There's no way Seth Armstrong's going to beat me. I'll get a security firm in.
It's like taking a sledgehammer to crack a nut. This is a little local dispute and it should be settled locally.
And how much cooperation am I getting locally? We still haven't got any beaters for the shoot.
Like I said, get him on your side.
That may be how you do it, Frank. But that's not how I intend to do it. How many security men do you think we're going to need?
Dad?
Oh, hello. Business slack?
No. Business is looking up.
Good. That's all that matters.
Oh, no, it isn't.
I thought you were keen to build up your practice.
Oh, I am. I just mean that business isn't everything. There are people, too.
Yes. Look, if you've got a personal problem, you can always talk to me, you know.
It's not me that's got the problem. It's you.
Oh, I'll be fine, as long as I take it easy.
I'm not talking about your heart. I'm talking about you and Kim. What's happening about your wedding plans?
I leave all that to her.
And she spends all her time at the game farm or the heritage farm or talking to the accountants.
Zoe.
And don't try and tell me that she doesn't because I have seen it for myself.
Somebody's got to run the business.
Well, at the moment, it looks like she thinks more about the business than she does about you. Talk to her, Dad. Before it's too late.
Do you know how much the security firm are quoting to patrol the game farm?
It won't be cheap if you want 24-hour cover. Is it worth it, do you think?
It certainly is. Won't be outwitted by a decrepit old man.
Well, he can't be that decrepit if he's taking birds from under your nose. Perhaps it would be better to have him on your side instead of against you. Why don't you just give him a job?
I don't know how you can even think that. You must be losing your touch.
You're supposed to be taking over the business so he's not under stress, and then you go on at him like that.
Not your business, Zoe.
I'm concerned for you. So should you be.
I'm sorry, the losses at the game farm are getting me down.
She had to take on a lot of responsibility with me being ill.
What's the point of it all if you're growing apart?
We're not growing apart.
Aren't you? Ask Dad. If you ask me, you two have a lot of talking to do, and I'm getting out of your way so you can do it.
What do you mean, getting out of our way?
I'm going away for the weekend.
Who with?
A friend. And I hope I come back and find you two still friends.
Sorry about that. It's been a strain for all of us.
Yes.
I know I've been a bit of a burden.
No.
You thought you got Rambo. Instead, you got an old crook. But what I feel about us hasn't changed. Has it for you?
Of course not.
I know things are different now. I'm not quite the dynamic boss you once knew and admired.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Intimations of mortality. I don't know where that came from, something I learned at school, but I know what it means. It means I've had a warning, Kim. I won't last forever.
No point in brooding on it, though.
No point in not facing it either. I'm older than you. Quite a bit older. When I was firing on all cylinders, it didn't seem to matter. I didn't notice. And I don't think you did either. But now, it's different, isn't it? So, if you want to call off marrying me, you can. I won't blame you. If you want to call the whole thing off, you just have to say so. Huh? What time is it?
Come on.
Good morning.
What's all this?
Breakfast. I gave the maid and the butler the day off. People below stairs do need to be appreciated, don't they? Besides, I'm greedy, and I want you all to myself. Makes a change from scrambled eggs on toast?
It certainly does. Now, do you mind telling me to what do I owe this honour?
I have reassessed things. What you said last night. The age gap, your heart attack. Well, it has meant some readjusting. And I'm not prepared to give all this up. To give you up. So, if you still love me, and there's going to be trouble if you don't, then you're stuck with me. 3 guesses.
Betty Eggleton?
Not quite.
Ah, Samson!
Watch it.
That leaves only Kim Tate. You must have had a good day.
Fine. Except the shop wasn't open. Again.
Oh, Jack and Sarah are still having a bad time.
I sympathise, but it's not our problem. If Sarah's lost interest, all she has to do is say so, then we can move on.
Tough kid, aren't you?
Business-like, I'd say. Except in affairs of the heart, where, as you know only too well, I'm a real softie.
Well, it doesn't show. Anyway, while you've been working, I've been thinking.
Oh, yeah?
Obviously, we're not going to be able to organise everything for the wedding in 2 weeks.
You're right. How does Christmas Eve grab you?
Yeah, all right. Why not? Save you buying me a present.
That's already done. The honeymoon. To wit. Tonight's star prize. A trip to Barbados, flying on Concorde for you and the woman of your choice.
Really?
Or a cruise on the QE2. Or a fortnight in the Daleview Guest House, Emmerdale. Breakfast inclusive.
Inclusive? What can I say?
Decision time. And so, Mr. Frank Tate, you have won.
A fortnight in Daleview.
Just what I've always wanted.
Accumulate, you need to speculate.
So you don't really know? You haven't done any research?
How many dog owners live within a 10-mile radius of here?
I haven't a clue.
Lots. And a good percentage of them go on holiday and need a place to leave Fido and Lassie. And boarding kennels at the Heritage Farm.
With on-site vets.
He'd clean up, Kim. Think of the money. Sorry, what else would you be thinking of?
You two look very serious.
Money's no laughing matter.
Do you have to?
Anyway, thought you were supposed to be taking it easy.
I am.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, love.
Do you know if our partners in the shop are turning up today?
Don't worry.
If push comes to shove, I can always turn my hand in the shop.
Not a chance. You're saving your energy up for me. Now, the shop's the Sugden's responsibility. I'll sort it out with them.
Oh! Seth? So, you want a cup of tea, do you?
And if you're making one, I just had to get away from Kim. You should see the way she's strutting about the Heritage Farm as if she
Owns the place, yeah, she does.
Oh, she was pushy to start with, but now that Dad's taking a back seat, she's completely...
Was there anything special, Zoe?
Well, this is a hell of a welcome, I must say.
No, look, is there something on your mind?
Yes, you. How are you, dear brother?
Fine. Thanks. No, can we talk honestly to each other, can we?
Well, I should hope so by now.
It's just I've got a prior appointment and I need some time alone to sort things out, you know.
A prior appointment. Tell me more.
That's all you're getting.
Fine, I can take a hint. What's her name?
Morning. God. Seth,
Full marks for observation, young'un.
you're frightening life out of me. What are you playing at?
No, I've stopped playing. Living rough ain't all it's cracked up to be. That's why folk build houses.
Is it?
So I think it's time I stopped twisting you around my little finger.
Oh, might be able to keep on my job now.
Kim Tate's not been having a go, has she?
She knows you're craftier than me. Her and MI5 put together. I'm right glad you're retired, Seth, I tell you.
Well, not exactly retired.
No, I.
I've a proposition for you, David. It's an offer you can't refuse.
Can't believe this is happening.
It's not, it's a dream.
Don't wake me up.
I'm having lunch with Dad. Do you fancy joining us?
Well, it's a bit early. Besides, rumour has it Sarah Sugden might put in a special guest appearance. I don't want to miss that.
Fair enough.
Oh, how's Chris?
Strangely well.
What?
He's got, well, there's something he's really interested in at the minute. He's nervous, excited. I haven't a clue.
The night shift's arrived. Won't be a minute. Hello.
Morning, Kim.
It's afternoon, actually.
Oh, is it?
Hi, Sarah. How is she?
Fingers crossed she's doing okay.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, just like her mum.
Absolutely. Oh, hello. How are you? Isn't she lovely?
Very. I was wondering, Sarah.
I'm listening.
Neither you nor Jack have spent any time here since you took over. Nothing's been restocked since day one.
Guilty as charged.
People have returned things that are well past their sell-by date.
I know. Damn poor show, isn't it?
The only time this place ever seems to be open is when Dolores is here.
Well, thank God for Dolores. That's all I can say.
Well, it's not good enough. Now, either you and Jack sort things out soon, like today, or you'll have to go. It's as simple as that.
Have to go. Then we're gone. Simple as that.
Fine.
Sarah, are you sure?
Oh, yes. I'm sure.
This is the best dream I've had since last night.
You don't feel guilty, do you?
Haven't even thought about it.
No? You're going to come back tomorrow, aren't you? Sorry. I don't think I can wait that long.
Hey, Alan. Now then, Seth, what can I do for you? Homemade cakes?
Since when have you lived in Otten? They're Mayo's bakeries.
Eh? I don't know what you're talking about. Here, have a couple on the house.
What would you say to selling a load of game birds? Already hung and ready for plucking.
I'd say how much? And where'd you get them from?
And that's a negotiable, and from a friend in Robblesfield. Of course, I know this was somewhere else.
OK, Seth, you're on.
I would suggest you hang 'em right shop. Get a real country atmosphere.
Great mind, Seth. Great mind.
My pheasants.
Pheasants? What pheasants?
And if you hand them over right now, I might not report you to the police for theft and selling game without a licence.
I see no pheasants.
I know someone who bought a brace here only half an hour ago.
This is a post office come general store. And let me assure you, we don't sell anything in here unless we're allowed to do so by law. Now, if I could help you with something else, maybe.
Right, I'm calling the police.
Oh, then you want 999.
I want my birds.
They're not here.
Where are they?
How would I know? Your birds, not mine.
I won't forget this.
I will.
What's the idea?
Self-explanatory, I should have thought.
Where did you get the birds?
I'm not sure I altogether like your tone.
I'm not sure you altogether have to. Now, where did you...
Do you have a list of your suppliers to the Heritage Farm? When you show me a list of your suppliers, I will show you a list of mine, Mrs. Tate.
Same here, Mrs. Tate.
Ah, fresh pheasant, eh? That looks grand. Where did you get it?
You may well ask.
I just did.
You're in this together, the three of you.
The three? I see. A conspiracy theory.
Someone has been stealing Mrs. Tate's pheasant, Seth.
Oh, it's terrible, is that?
But when I can prove you three are mixed up in it, I'm calling the police.
It's coming to something when country folk can't trust each other anymore.
I left the city to get away from all that.
Well, some people have suspicious minds. It's sad, but true, I'm afraid. Now, gentlemen.
After you, Mr. Windsor.
No, Mr. Armstrong. After you.
Look, the doctor won't be long. He says he's sorry, but he's going to be a bit late. Hi, it's me. Yeah. Can you talk? Oh. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then. This afternoon was great. Yeah. Bye.
We'll be talking about it in these parts for years to come.
Well, that's a great comfort, Seth.
Aye. There's many tried and failed.
Is this all deep enough yet?
Oh, now, lad. A squirrel could get out of that. Let alone beast of Beckindale's son, you'll have to go a lot deeper.
What do you think you'd like to do some digging?
I'd like to. I mean, it's a team job. Everybody's got a part to play, but I've got to save me some for Lady Hunt. So when you've done that, bait it and cover it, like I showed you. Then you can get on with others. Only make sure they're exactly where I said.
Right.
And I'll come back later and check up that you've done it right.
Well, where are you going?
Ah, well, it's an historic day in more ways than one. I've got something important I've got to get settled. Come on, Samson.
I'm not even going to ask what you're doing.
It's for Bob.
The beast of Beckindale? Don't believe in all that nonsense, do you? I should have known Seth would be at the bottom of all this. Same as that spate of poaching up here.
Well, that's all finished now. I made a bargain. Everything will be back to normal.
Yeah, well, if he thinks it means I'll give him his job at the Heritage Farm back, he's got a nasty surprise coming.
I'll start to cook some lunch then, shall I?
Hey, we're not going to really bother with lunch. Not yet, are we?
Well, have you something else in mind?
Is that you, Chris?
Yeah, and Rachel.
Yeah, I just thought I'd pop round to see Chris about the advice bureau at the surgery.
Oh, don't let me stop you. I wasn't feeling too well, so Kim sent me home early.
Well, I'll call round another time. I don't want to disturb you while you're ill.
No, it's nothing serious. Just a bug, I think. Look, why don't you stay? We can all have lunch together.
I'm not very hungry.
You don't have to eat much. Chris is always hungry at this time, aren't you?
Yeah.
Unless you have something else already planned.
No, not really.
That won't be anything elaborate. We just get something out of the freezer and throw it in the oven.
Well, I'm sure I can see to that.
Oh, I'm really pleased you came over, especially for Chris. I think he gets a bit bored with my company sometimes.
Have you seen anything?
No.
I'm beginning to think Kim's right. There's no such thing.
Someone hit our caravan and knocked our Roy over when I was out rabbiting.
If you did less talking and more looking, you might think different.
Well, have you seen somewhere?
I know it's here. Look at this. He said that way and we're not far behind it.
Well, let's go after it then.
Slow down, son. Someone's got to get straight here. We could come across it any minute. Nobody fires unless they've got a clear shot. If we wound it, it'll just get angry.
Right.
It's the beast or us.
Look at the size of it.
We finally collared the beast.
Who's gonna shoot it?
I've got it. I've hit it. I ain't stopped it.
He's charging this way.
Oh, great, Dave, you got it.
Not me, Dad. It was Seth. I thought he was scared, same as us. He just threw himself to the floor and dropped it with one shot.
I'm over here.
What are you doing down there?
I fell in this stupid trap, didn't I? And my gun went off and all. It could have hurt somebody.
It did. You shot the beast. Our David thinks you're a hero.
Are you going to get me out of here, then?
The beast of Emmerdale is dead!
Fearless he was, when all around him were ready to turn and run. Course, there were some that said he were too old. Past it. Well, he certainly proved them wrong. I expect Kim would like to pay for this lot, in gratitude for ridding the game farm of the beast.
What?
It's all right, Betty. They're on me. Send them my congratulations.
It's nice to know there's still some gentlemen around.
You're going to have to give him his job back now. Local hero.
I know. Not too tired, are you?
If I was tired, I'd go and lie down. I'm playing it by the book, Kim, so please don't fret over me.
I can't help it, can I?
By the way, it's Chris and Kathy's wedding anniversary. Perhaps we can organise a fireworks party.
That'd be nice. Have you given any more thought about this lunch party?
They're hunting people, Kim, and that's your department.
They're people, the same as any other people, and that's our department. You may be against hunting with them, but you're not against eating at the same table, are you?
How can anyone enjoy eating with them when all they want to talk about is how many fox cubs they've killed through the day? I think the whole business is barbaric.
You're just the same as those people who are quite happy to buy their meat and veg off the supermarket shelves at a reasonable price, but object to the realities of how it gets there.
I know. And I know you could convince me that fox hunting is for the benefit of the foxes, given the time.
So I'll take that as the go-ahead, shall I?
Yeah, I suppose so. As long as there's no weird country traditions enacted with foxes' entrails blooding kids or whatever.
I'll see you later. Bye, Nick.
Yeah, bye, kid.
How can anyone so feminine have such a bloodthirsty streak in them?
Fox hunting.
Yeah, Kim's planning the ritual killing of fox cubs. And then a luncheon party afterwards. I think the whole thing's so brutal.
Yeah, but if it has to be done, perhaps the only way they can cope with doing it is by making a party of it afterwards.
By the way, has Seth admitted to being the poacher yet?
Has hell frozen over? No, don't.
Chris?
And you were the only boy. Nothing else would matter in the world today. We would go on loving in the same old way.
Hello, Frank. You heard the good news then?
Yes, I just thought I'd toast a happy couple with a large orange juice. I've just come from the cottage. There was nobody in.
Chris said he was going over to a bookshop in Houghton.
Oh.